Bulls strong. Inside USF Football is brought to you by Wendy's. The Bulls were in East Hartford, Connecticut for their first road conference game of the season. They had won 7 straight against UCONN in a series that's been defined by close games.
Let's go! Let's go!
On a beautiful afternoon, these Bulls were hungry and ready to pick up their first conference win. It would be a groundbreaking day for the Bulls offense, and leading them on the ground would be Jordan Cronkite. On the road, but at ease in a place where they had won their last 3 visits.
We, on this gorgeous afternoon here in Hartford, are ready to go.
With a great game plan in place, South Florida was ready to go in all 3 phases, adding to their national reputation for getting into opposing backfields.
Dwayne Bowles Jr., the sophomore out of Miami, came up to make the play.
The Bulls defense continues to improve, and they would tighten the grip as this game progressed.
KJ Sales again got his hand in there and knocked it down.
One of 29 USF players from the Bay Area, Sales marks his turf by leading the team in pass breakups.
And that's Greg Reeves who gets him.
Jordan McLeod made his 3rd straight start at quarterback.
Started to run. Dives out, and he's got the first down.
Perhaps most significant was the Bulls' ability to run the ball, to instill their will offensively. Cronkite strung together 5 straight 100-yard games a year ago and was on his way to another.
Big hole there. Cronkite again, and another big pickup. That's about 15 yards on the carry. Sands again, and he busts loose. And Sands to the 20. And finally comes to rest at the 15-yard line.
Already 55 yards on the ground for the Bulls.
But they went to the air for their first score, brilliantly mixing plays to give them a lead they would never relinquish.
Bryce Miller caught.
McLeod to the corner, and it's caught.
Miller was making his first start in the slot for the Bulls, and it worked well. His first of 2 touchdown catches.
And Mensa swallowed up, and that was Kirk Livingston, the senior out of Fort Lauderdale.
The Bulls led 7-0 after a quarter, but they were like a snowball rolling downhill, each unit setting up the other. After 4 straight runs, McLeod picked up 68 yards on back-to-back completions that had the Bulls knocking not so gently on the Huskies' door at the 5. This time, the passes set up a scoring run.
Trevon Sands with the carry, breaking tackles, and he is in the end zone.
Sands would have a career high in rushing yards, and those who made the trip north enjoyed his first touchdown as a Bull. Even when UConn scored, special teams immediately answered.
High kick will be returnable. Sanders at the 2. Cuts it over to the left side, trying to get a seam.
Bentley Sanders up the left side. It's Sanders walking the tightrope, still going.
Can he stay in bounds? No whistles yet, and he's all the way into UConn territory.
A career-long 67-yard kick return by Sanders had the Bulls poised for their 3rd straight score.
Corner shot, and he's got it. Randall St. Felix for the touchdown.
Only 4 of the 16 games in this series have been decided by more than 8 points. The stubborn Huskies answered them with less than 3 minutes to go in the half. But that was more than enough time for the Bulls to answer themselves. Their 4th straight touchdown drive took less than a minute.
McLeod escapes, got a lot of room, and he's to the 40, 30, and out of bounds he goes.
South Florida averaged nearly 8 yards a rush in the first half, and McLeod danced his way in with under a minute to go. The Bulls' ability to run and stop the run was a key difference in building the comfortable halftime lead.
26-yard scramble for score. Jordan McLeod, and the Bulls offense is rolling in the first half today.
And so was the defense, ball hawking as usual.
He's in trouble, and he's hit. Drop ball's loose. Ball scooped up, picked up there. That's Livingston with the ball.
They started the day 2nd in the country in takeaways. They started the second half with a 13-point lead.
Spun down by Antonio Greer. That's the Bulls' 7th tackle for loss in this game.
McLeod, and here comes the blitz. He'll roll away from it, racing for the stick, and he's got the first down and more to the 15, cuts back to the 12.
UConn had no answers for McLeod's legs or his arm.
Has time, throwing toward the end zone, wide open, caught Bryce Miller, his second of the day.
It completed an 80-yard drive, one of 4 South Florida touchdown drives of 80 or more yards. There was no taking the foot off the gas for these Bulls. They were enjoying their afternoon in the sun and would pile up a season high of more than 500 yards of total offense, 313 of it coming on the ground.
Cloud scrambling, and he's not going to escape. Yes, he does. He's still on his feet and looking and still with it. How about this? McLeod.
The other Jordan, Cronkrite, rushed for 148 yards. Even the field goal unit got in on the ground attack.
Oh, it's a fake.
They toss it to Schrader, and he runs for the first down. Spencer Schrader on the fake field goal takes it around the right edge, and the Bulls tack on 6 more.
The first conference road trip of the season is a rousing success. Their 8th straight win over UCONN. Knowing there is plenty of room for improvement, the Bulls are building confidence, and they take a lot of it, as well as smiles, back to Florida for homecoming.
Everybody, S-O-U-D-A.